The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Brendan Butchermus. I'm a marketing associate here at Jonas, and I will be your host for the online ordering webinar. Just quickly running through the agenda. First, we're going to go over some quick housekeeping notes, followed by showing you the features offered by online ordering, and ending with a quick or a Q&A session at the end. So the first thing to note is all your lines are muted, so please use the chat if you have any questions, and we're going to do everything we can to get to all of them during the Q&A period. Also, a recording will be made available to you in case you want to rewatch it or pass it along to a team member, so keep your eyes open for that follow-up email. So here's our starting lineup for the webinar today. Batting leadoff, we have Tim McGurk. Tim is a sales director for the Southeastern US region, and he'll be taking you through the online ordering features today. Also on the line, we have Matt Cooper. Matt's going to be answering any questions you have during the presentation. He is our Director of Inside Sales. And as I mentioned, I'm a marketing associate here at Jonas. So just to give you a little background about Jonas, about us as a company, we have over 250 employees and have completed over 5,000 installations worldwide. We specialize in three areas. First, our back office technology that serves as our enterprise management systems. That's the blue section of our chart here. In red, we have our websites and mobile solutions. These augment our enterprise management systems. And in green, we have our value-added products. We offer a member survey tool, employee management system, and a business intelligence tool, just to name a few. As a whole, we try to be the single source vendor for private clubs. We offer technology spanning the entire club operation, this includes accounting, fitness, food and beverage, sports, events, even sailing and marinas. So we're really always striving to be the full service provider for your business. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the presentation along to Tim, and he's going to take you through online ordering.
Thanks, Brendan. Just going to, all right, I just shared my screen. Brendan, can you help me out and just let me know that you can see my screen? It should just be the blue logo in the background.
Yep, you're all good, Tim.
Okay, excellent. So again, to kick things off, my name is Tim McGurk. I've been with Jonas for coming around 16 years, based in Charlotte, North Carolina. So what I'm going to do today is take you through some of the features and functions of the back office online ordering, and then we'll get to the online side and kind of what your members will do and see as they're placing orders online. So online ordering starts out in the back office under point of sale system, system setup, and then more specifically, set up online ordering outlets. So within the application, you have the ability to customize and create unlimited number of outlets, whatever you want to do, whether it's poolside, on-course ordering, the halfway house, the grill. It's entirely up to you, kind of how you lay this out. These are what the members will see on the website when they log in to place an order from a particular outlet. There's a lot of features and functions and kind of customization to the outlet areas. I'm not going to go through every single piece. However, I will mention that you do have the ability to customize that. So you can throw a photo perhaps of your grill room up and more detailed description of the grill, just to ensure that your members are ordering from the right area. Down towards the bottom with the integration, the first one to hit on here, we have the ability when an order is placed online to either have those orders go directly to the prep printers in the kitchen or at the bar or wherever that's set up to go based on your sales category setup, or it can go to a queue in the point of sale. If you choose to go to the queue and point of sale, kind of give you a glimpse here in a minute as to what that looks like, but that would be an opportunity for staff intervention where it doesn't necessarily go directly to the kitchen or to the bar. A staff member would take a look at it, make sure everything is cool and good to go, and then send the order off to the kitchen or to the bar, wherever it needs to go. Again, you'll see this as we go through a couple more pieces. We do leverage all the setups that you have inherently within Jonas today, such as your sales items and your prep options, modifiers, pricing, all that jazz is leveraged, so you don't have to recreate the wheel. The system also allows you to determine whether to allow order ahead And if you do allow members to order in advance, you can specify how many days in advance, so that way they're not placing an order today for the middle of June or something outlandish. Over on the top right, you do have the ability within the application to set schedules. So that way a member's not necessarily ordering something in the middle of the night for pickup immediately when the club is closed or something like that. And as you can see here in our demo environment, you do have the ability to set different levels of schedules. So it could be based on the time of year, or however your operation functions. Once I get into that scheduling, one thing that we've recently released in the last, I'll call it quarter, it's been the last 2 months or so, has been online ordering thresholds. So that's been very well received, I think, by a lot of our clients that are utilizing it. But this allows you to specify how many orders you can accept during a given time on a given date. And again, these interval types can be 15, 30, 60, or based on a time range as well. That way you're not overloading your kitchen or your bar for that matter, perhaps during dinner service when you have a lot of members dining in or whatever the case may be. So thresholds is a biggie. So again, we support scheduling and we also support those thresholds now as well, which is cool. When you're designing your menus, that's all set up under menu group setup. You have the ability to customize how you have those displayed. In my demo set, I've got appetizers, drinks, entrees, but again, you'll determine how these are defined and laid out. If I open up entrees, for instance, I can get into more detail. Again, I've got my entrees all customized and created. However, if I need to, say, remove one, I can just simply delete that if the Italian sausage is no longer valid. If I need to add a new item, I can just click on Add New Item. Again, we're leveraging all of the sales items that you have configured within the program together today. So if I want to add this surfer's hot dog or something like that, I can quickly and easily pull that up. Again, just drawing your attention to the top right, we pull over the price. If there were any prep options or anything along those lines attached to it, I can do that. And then again, depending upon how crazy you want to get with the view for your members, you can give it a different label, maybe a detailed description, and perhaps even an image of the surfer's hot dog if you'd like. So again, very simple and easy to modify your menus, to add things, to remove things, update any of the outlets. You can always make an outlet unavailable on the fly by inactivating it if you need to. So again, I won't go through every single setting because we'll be here all day. However, those are some of the key components that we like to get across to our client base. Before we move to the web, I did just want to give a quick glimpse at the queue. Again, orders can either go directly to prep printers wherever they're designed to go within sales category setup, or they can go to the queue in the point of sale, which again, a server would tend to. So if I come into the queue, I had placed a couple orders earlier this morning. So those are sitting in the queue. They're just waiting for an attendant to the club to either view in the point of sale and send the order, or create the chit and send the order. So again, that's kind of the more manual if you want to have that staff intervention where they take a look at the orders prior to them being sent to the kitchen. Okay, so that's kind of a high-level overview of the back office side. I'm just going to transition to the website side, and we'll spin through how your members place orders through the web or through mobile for that matter. So we've got our online ordering piece nested under Eat, and then more specifically online ordering. Again, here are those different outlets that we had pre-created, and as well the schedules that are associated during that given time period with respect to those outlets. Once a member clicks into the grill, for instance, they're then asked how are they placing the order. So within the back office, you do have the ability to set up multiple different order types. You've got the ability to ask up to 6. We do have them canned. However, you can always override that based on my joke here, my stab at a joke of pick up on the moon. You also have the ability to prompt them for more information. So if they're picking it up, what's the make and model of their vehicle? If it's to go, we haven't prompted them anything here. If it's poolside, perhaps where are you sitting? Next, they'll select how they're placing the order, whether it's for now or again in the future, which you have the ability to limit them down. If it's in the future, they can select the date and as well the time in which they wish to pick that order up. But again, that's based upon the setups that you have within the back office. From there, it takes them directly into the menuing. By default, we can either have the main categories collapsed or expanded as you saw it there. If they're collapsed, that's what it would look like right there. But from there, they can essentially come in and click on the Miller Lite Deluxe. They can edit the quantity and then ultimately add that to the cart. From there, they can continue placing the order if they want to pick an appetizer, maybe a salad to go along with their beers. Any prep options, modifiers, any upcharges, all of that will come through. And in this case, we're asking them to select no more than 3 of the following. So in this case, I'll pick a dressing and maybe we want to add shrimp to our salad. Okay. And then finally, an example of an entree would be maybe a New York strip. In this case, we're saying you can select up to 6 of the following sides. And we're requiring them to pick a temperature as well. And again, those are based off of the config that you have set up in Jonas. Once I've added everything to my cart, you can see that all those items in the cart icon down towards the bottom right are being built up. So I can click on that. Gives me the opportunity to review. Maybe I want to make this 4 beers as opposed to 3 or what have you. Maybe I want to edit that to be chicken instead of shrimp, or just remove the salad altogether. They have that capability prior to placing the order. We then reconfirm, here's where you're picking it up and here's the information you've given us. They can always throw some additional notes in here, like add utensils or whatever that additional note is, which you have the ability to suppress notes if you don't want them to write you a novel. And then ultimately they can submit the order. Once they submit the order, we'll get the on-screen confirmation. They'll also get an email confirmation as well, just letting them know that their order has been received and kind of here's what they've ordered. The final piece, and Matt, we can open it up to questions after this. There is a member notification option within point of sale. It's a function button that can be added. So that's a way then for the staff to notify the member that, hey, your order's ready, whether it's when it's ready or as they're timing it out. Some clubs will send it 5 or 10 minutes before they know it's going to be done so that the member can start heading over to the club. So that's entirely up to you, but you do have the option, again, to notify the members that their order is ready or nearing completion, however you want to term that. So again, those are some of the kind of highlights of online ordering. Matt, I don't know if you want to kind of start hitting on some questions, or Brendan, if you had anything else to add.
No, all good on my end. I think we can toss it over to Matt for the questions here.
Yep, jumping through those questions right now. And Brendan, do you have the ability to make the question area bigger on your side? I have about, looks like 1/4 inch size box to try and see all these questions. I cannot maximize them.
I think there should be like an expand option there where you can kind of, in the top right there.
Control. Hold on here. I'm trying to get it a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, we're good now. All right, so first question that came in, has the max number of days in order had been changed to more than 14? Tim, I'm not sure if you know that one yet or not. That's something I can look on afterwards. Tim, do you know the answer to that one?
Can you repeat the question one more time, Matt?
Yep. So the order ahead feature we have is maxed out at 14 days for those outlets. Do you know if that's been changed by chance yet?
No, that has not been changed. However, we can I'll make a note of it, and we can certainly take that as a takeaway to product management.
Okay, perfect. And then the original screen, the first one that Tim was showing, was actually that was Jonas Club Management, JCM. So that came up if that was Jam or Encore. If there are questions on the Encore, all the features are exactly the same between JCM and Encore on that side of it. It's just a little bit different viewpoints. So those Encore features are in there, Lauren. So if you do have questions on that one, we can certainly get those over. Specifically, the new release on there was our dining threshold option. So all the features you saw in there are in Encore as well too. And the next one was, can the order type be something that is predetermined and not selectable? Meaning making a member pick up the order from the grill under our entrance awning. Yes, that can be made. That would be within the outlet setup. So basically, Tim, what they're asking is if we have the ability, specifically for the grill room, let's say you have to pick it up from the actual host at the restaurant. Do we have the option to make that the only order type or pickup option available? Yes, that can be the only one that you have. So you don't have to have 6 options. You can only have one for those specific areas. All right, then how big do the pictures need to be for the menu items? I'm not aware of an exact pixel size on those. Tim, do you know of any specific requirements on them? I'm pretty sure they size up to what they need to be on the screen. They're not since it is responsive, right?
Correct. Yeah. Obviously, the larger, if the picture is enormous, it won't shrink down too well. If it's super small, it won't expand too well. But if it's a reasonable size, I don't know the exact dimensions, we can get that. But as long as it's a reasonable size photo, it'll auto resize once it's uploaded into online ordering.
Yep, perfect. All right, next one was, are orders handled at the POS the same way while taking counter orders? Is there a notification so they can review as those orders come in? So question number one in that part is yes, those are going to be settled the same way. So if the member goes to pick up their order and they say put it on my member account, or they want to pay credit card or cash or wherever you guys allow, that would be settled the exact same way in the POS as they are if I was to go up and place that order. So that's question number one in there. And then the second part of that is there a notification so they can review as those orders come in? Yes, you can set up an email notification. Those will automatically go into your point of sale, so you don't have to worry about double entry or anything like that. But if you do want an email notification to go out as well, that can be configured in there too. Same for push notifications. If you are using the Jonas member mobile app, the custom or the generic, you can set up push notifications as well. Specifically, the first one is an order confirmation for the member. Then the second one is you can configure a button in your point of sale when the order is ready for pickup or it's being ran out to them by the pool or whatever else it be. You can send them a push notification as well when the order is ready. And then how do you set up the extra tip section? That would be in the point of sale back on the software side, either an Encore or a JCM. Tim, that's just setting up a new button on there, right? And then you'd link that through to the online ordering outlet with the menu design.
Yeah, that's correct. Exactly. You got it.
Right. And then can they receive order notifications if they do not have the Jonas app? So that's email notification, yes. Not to get too off topic, we do have a text messaging service as well too. So we could do text message notifications. But when it comes to a specific push notification, the only way to get that to go would be through the Jonas mobile app, unless you're using another option and you want to manually send a push notification through whatever mobile app you're using. But the kind of automatic ones linked through the point of sale or for the order confirmation would either need to be through the Jonas mobile app. We can do it for email, or if you do add in text messaging with us, we could do it through text message as well. All right, and then let's see, this one's a long one. So can you have a calendar section like the online feature ordering outlet that has specific dates only? For example, they have an online ordering outlet where members order this week for pickup the following week, Tuesday through Friday. They must select a day for pickup, but we cannot make it mandatory for them to select a day. Can this be done? So it sounds like you're doing 7 days in advance ordering, or up to 7 days. So they're ordering 1 week for the following. And then having those order hours of operation. Susanna, you asked that one. That one's a little bit loaded of a question, so probably setting up a call within your local reps or for support for that one, just to make sure exactly what you guys need and how it can be done. I know that you can do those hours of operation per outlet. So specifically, if you had Easter brunch last weekend and you wanted to have members do an advance order for take home, I believe there's a way to configure it, but we'll have to jump in and kind of dive into that one a little bit further. Tim, unless you have anything else on that.
Yeah, I agree. It's a bit of a loaded question. It's probably best that we have a offline conversation to learn more about that.
Okay, perfect. And then next one is, can members place an order for pickup at a later time? Absolutely. If I wanted to go in there today at 11:30 a.m. or 12 o'clock, I'm going to pick up dinner at 5 p.m. on my way home from work. Absolutely, you can have that configured in that system. You just do that advanced ordering feature and you set it out for 1 day in advance, and then you can do those pickup times there. So that one is an easy one. And then what if you don't have a Clubhouse online website? So we can embed this solution if you don't have a Clubhouse online website. I know Members First is a pretty big one that a lot of our clubs have that have taken the solution, embedded it into that website as well as their mobile app. So there's a feature, single sign-on, that we configure with whoever you're using from your web perspective. And basically the members only have to log in through one site. As soon as they click the online ordering option, they're already logged in, so they don't have to relog or do anything like that. It will take them into the Jonas ordering platform, which will then be able to communicate back and forth with your point of sale directly. So yes, even if you're not using a Jonas website, you can still use this feature and embed it into your existing website. All right. See, another one is menus changing daily. Is there an easy way to make changes in the online module? So if every single menu on your item changes, that would be, if it rotates every 7 days, I would probably say just have the different outlets or the different menus, enable one, deactivate the other. If it's a handful of menu items that are changing on a daily basis, then that would be a manual. You'd update that menu individually. The one piece that I generally do tell clubs, if you guys have any like limited offers available, so Friday night's prime rib, you only want to sell 100 of them. Generally, I advise to leave that off the online ordering option because it is a limited menu item. But other than that, once again, it just depends on how many menu changes are being made. If it's just a handful, if it's your entire menu is changing on a daily basis, it would probably be linking those items through via the point of sale or having multiple menus in there. All right, let me scroll down here to the next one. If a member places an order at 11 a.m. like you did in the demo and requests pickup right away, how will the member know that the pickup requires 20, or how will the member know it takes 20 minutes to pick up, basically, is the question on that one. That's where you could probably configure a push notification, Tim, other than just, I mean, knowing that if I place an order, I order a pizza for dinner on Friday night, I know it's going to take a little bit longer than it would be if I order it for lunch on a Monday. That's generally how I explain that one. Tim, do you know if you can have a push notification or something configured or something on the online ordering menu screen that's orders placed generally takes about 30 minutes for pickup or something like that?
Yep. So within the order type setup, when you're selecting curbside or poolside or whatever order types you're setting, you do have the ability to set the order prep time in minutes. So that could be like 30 minutes for curbside and 15 minutes for poolside, or however that's configured. So you do have the ability to factor in that prep time within the order type setup.
Perfect. Thank you, Tim. All right, and the next question is pretty much the same one. Any way to see an estimated time for how long the food will take, and if so, how do we change that so it looks like it's an outlet setup? And then any way to see how this translates to the mobile app? Just like the website that Tim showed on there, the mobile app is going to be, it's all responsive. So instead of having it was like 3 ordering outlets across the top, 1 on the bottom, it's just going to stack them on top of each other. Derek, feel free to shoot me an email. Mine's right there in the center of the screen. We have, I think it's like a 2.5, 3-minute video of what it looks like on a mobile, either mobile app or even just going through the website on the mobile phone. So I can send you over that video link really quickly. All right, is there any app instead of going through the web page? So pretty much the same question there, Rodrigo. Yes, this will work with your Jonas mobile app. If you're using another third-party app, it can be embedded into there as well. So yes, this is mobily responsive on the website. It will work with any type of mobile app that clubs are using. Is online ordering available in the Cho app? Yes, that is available in the app. That's 3 app questions in a row. All right, step down here, the next couple. Then are you going to discuss any of the screens at the kitchen used for tracking incoming orders? So Debbie, that would probably be our kitchen display system is what you're thinking about on that end. This will print to prep tickets back in the kitchen if your club has kitchen display system set up. So like the quick short order screens that you see at a lot of the fast food restaurants, they would probably have them in full service restaurants as well, which you really don't see back in the kitchen from there. But if you do have those configured as well, this will fire through to those just like it does for the actual ticket printer. And what is the size of the images required for the outlet photos? Once again, we'll have to follow up on that one. And next one is, we are allowing members to place order for pickup on Friday, but the first pickup time is not until 5 p.m. The one on the website says it won't open until Friday at 4:30. However, it does open up the day of. Is there a way to change the verbiage on the website? That one, once again, Kelsey, you asked that one. feel free to reach out to Tim or I on that one so we can kind of dive a little bit more into detail. Might just be an hours of operation set up there with the schedule, or you do have the option where it had more detail for the specific outlet where you can kind of add those additional details into there. So just reach out to one of us on those. Are prep options for the menus to choose from configured as prep options from the POS users, or are they set up separately? So Scott, those are the same ones for your point of sale. You don't have to worry about creating multiple prep options or prep menus. You do have access to it from the point of sale or from the mobile ordering outlet. So if you do need to access that for a specific item, you can pull it up without having to back up and go into your actual point of sale. So you do have the options to configure those, but those are the ones that inherit from the items that are already existing today. And then once the member inputs their order, how does it work? Does it will print in the kitchen? Do they receive an email as well? So you can have it print to the kitchen. You can have it go to the online ordering outlet queue. And then that email confirmation as well, you can have that configured for either one of those two options. So option one is it goes and prints directly to the prep printers, be it beverage item goes to the bar, food item goes to the kitchen, etc. And then the option two is the online ordering outlet where a server can go in there and review it before opening up in the point of sale or firing to the kitchen. Then is it possible to add more characters in the modifier? Ryan, that's a JCM or an Encore question on there. I'm not aware of a limit on the characters for the modifier specifically. Tim, I'm not sure if you are, but that one probably it applies across the board, not just for online ordering, but it's going to be for your standard point of sale options in there.
Yeah.
Okay, is there ability to set inventory quantity so once you saw something no longer appears as a menu option? Tim, the only way I'm aware of doing this is making the item inactive in the online ordering outlet. That's why I usually say if you guys do have a limited quantity that you're going to sell on a specific night, that I say really just leave that one for in-person ordering. Tim, are you aware of any automatic menu opt-out for quantities?
There is not. No, not at this point.
Okay. Right, and then can you send a message back saying the time the order will be ready if delayed because of business levels, etc.? So that comes down to the saying when the order is ready. You can configure that to push notification to the point of sale. But for delays, I'm not aware of an option that would be automatic. You can manually configure one if you need to via email or push or text, but I don't think there's any automatic options to say for filling for delays. But that is where the threshold comes in there. So if you do know it's going to be backed up, you do have the option to set up those thresholds for those busier hours during the day, be it a dinner rush or, Saturday, everybody at the pool is going to get there at 11 and they're all going to be ordered around 12 or 1. That's where you can set up those thresholds for we're only going to take 10 orders every 15 minutes for the next 4 hours. All right, and then the next one here. When will the printing function send orders? Someone puts the order in for a week later and we miss it. So right now, the direct to prep printer, those are only for same day orders. The week ahead one, Kyle, we'll have to check on that to see. I know that sits in the online ordering queue, something that's that far advanced ahead. So it has to be sent in automatically from there, or manual, I should say. Tim, are you aware of prep orders? If we have anything in future enhancements on that, I'm not aware of one.
No, we don't. In fact, I'm certain it's going to remain that way. Simply due to speaking with clients, any orders that are placed ahead of time, the majority of the ones that we spoke to anyway during development, didn't want those orders to go to the kitchen, and the kitchen by accident, accidentally prep them. So no, all the future orders go directly to the queue. Those still need to be managed, by the staff on the day of.
Perfect, thank you, Tim. And then a question came up, if they don't have online ordering available through their website yet, how would they go about setting that up? You can reach out to Tim or I, your local, if you're not aware of who your local Jonas rep is, reach out to either one of us. We can get you in contact with them. Same thing if you do have any questions on pricing or timelines or anything like that, reach out to your local Jonas rep if you know who they are. If not, Tim or I are happy to assist with that, get you in contact with them, or shoot you over any basic information on those types of pieces there. And then it looks like we only got, I'll take a couple more questions here real quick. Is there a way to set printer to auto print? Right now we have a login and hit print button. Are we doing something wrong with that? So any questions that regard if you already have online ordering, if you have setup questions, any stuff centered around that, just for time's sake today, support is there to help with those types of questions. Or once again, you can shoot off to Tim or I if we can't assist. We can definitely get it over to support. And then will the member number, account number automatically be charged, or does that have to be charged after the order is done? So this one, however you set your order, say at the point of sale, if it's member charge, cash, credit, however you allow members to pay, that's how you'll settle orders in here. Certainly you can, if the member never picks up the order and it just sits there, you can always still post it back to member account because you have the member information. So this is for members only. When a member places an order, you know exactly what account it's coming from. And that looks like about it that we have time for, just for everybody's sake. Today, we do have some extra questions that came in. So if they didn't get answered, like I said, reach out to Tim or I. We're happy to get you pointed in the right direction or answer those ourselves if we can. And once again, just want to say thank you to everybody. Appreciate everybody's time on here. Tim, I'm not sure if you or Brendan have any closing comments, but that's pretty much what I got for the team today.
Thank you, everybody, for attending this, and just keep your eyes open for the recording email that's going to be sent out in the upcoming days in case you want to review any of the content that was discussed here.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care.